Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. I just got the paycheck for the second half of the month, so we'll work on getting that situated and assigned wherever we need it. I currently have 4 overspends. I know pretty much what these are. One of them, this groceries first half. One of the transactions here is supposed to go on the second half because I did not spend $418 on the first half of this month. There would have been something seriously wrong if I had. The $25, which is a transfer, which I did do, I just haven't assigned it. And then eating out, I went ahead and also spent money there. And then there's this uncategorized transactions, which also count in towards the overspend. So we'll take a look at those. There shouldn't be any surprises for this portion of the month. I didn't go a little wild and spend on things that I didn't have necessarily budgeted or anything, so we should be good. All right. These are all good to be approved. And I did do the transfer to the high yield savings, the 567. And the income, the paycheck did come in. So my new paycheck is $1,654, give or take a couple of cents here and there. So that's what it's going to be. Not a huge amount from what I was getting before. Like I did mention, it wasn't going to be anything huge. My previous paychecks were $1,488. So it's still, it's not big, but there's a difference. High yield savings. Approve the transfer. We are at $2,800, $2,865.90. This will reach $4,000 by the end of this year. I am so incredibly beyond happy. On that note, I do have some medical procedures coming up, and I may have to dip in to the savings. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to finish the year with the full 4,000 still in there. So I will be reaching it, but you may not see it in the total by December just because I might have had to come in here and use some. If it goes like that, then it's fine. It's good. It's stuff that I need to do to try and figure out certain things that are happening and just try to get to the bottom of just health stuff. So it's, on one hand, I'm definitely glad that I have this in here. On the other hand, I wish I didn't have to spend it already, but it's in here for that. It's not like a medical emergency, but I definitely need to have some tests and things done to try and figure out just a few health concerns that have come up. And so, yeah, I'm glad I have it. I'm a little bit sad that I might have to dip into it earlier than I wanted to. So, okay. Let's move on from that because I'm still a little like, it's okay. It's what's there for. And I already have plans on putting more than 4,000 for next year. So it'll be made up relatively quickly. I just wish I didn't have to make it up and then add more. So that's just what it is. The sun check is good. Venture. Okay, there's a couple of things here. This was for, what was this one for? I think this was it wasn't groceries because I didn't buy groceries through delivery. I tried to avoid that as much as possible. This might have been eating out, honestly, which I kind of knew I was going to be overspent on that one. I had a craving, a severe craving for Thai food. And there's not a lot of places around me, so I have to make do with what I have. And then I just bought it. I just bought it and it was so good. So yeah, that's what that one was. And then for entertainment, this was the order that I had made. Let's see. I was putting those in timeout. And then import duty fees because the orders I made were coming from Thailand and we now have to pay fees for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in admin fees. There we go. And that's kind of how I'll categorize those. Everything else, oh, this is the groceries one that needs to be updated. And everything else should be good. And this $491.65, I've actually just paid it off today. So I'll just let it come up when it comes up and then I'll clear it. For Sapphire, timeout. I did buy another live at $32. And that was the only thing I did here. Everything else is good. And then the Freedom. I did forget to cancel the streaming services. The month went by so fast, in my opinion. I was like, it's already due. I did not put it in any calendar. I didn't put a reminder for myself. It just flew by. And I just did not pay attention. Okay, let's approve all of those. Reconcile. And then we'll go ahead and add this one here. Okay. There we go. And then for the Volvo loan, we have dipped under $4,000. We are at $3,889. And let's just make sure that the interest, yes, the interest was $8.21. I'm definitely looking forward to finishing this loan by the first half of next year. So within the first 6 months, if not within the first 4 months. I just want it gone. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I want it out of my life. But I think it's definitely good progress being made. Okay, that is it. Let's go back to the plan here. It's probably going to be a little bit more in terms of overspending. Still 4, so that's not bad. Let's take care of those first. So the 25. Let's add the 225. And then yes, I spent a little bit more in entertainment than I probably should have. And speaking of entertainment, I am going to be spending more next month. So there is a FanCon live stream. Is 2 days and you can buy both days for the 2 actors that I really like in Thailand. So I will be buying them. And there's just a few pieces of merch left that I want to get. So, but I'm going to do that in November. So it won't affect this paycheck right now. It'll affect November. That way I can keep all of the overspent costs where they are for October. All right, so 1100, it's what's left. If we just highlight everything, we're only underfunded by 367 based on all of the targets that I have. And I know that for the reserve, I don't necessarily have targets that get filled up. So it's going to be a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that underfund. And then for these, I want to put at least $25 in each. And for my shiny teeth, I want to go ahead and have it at 200. And this portion, the $700, I'm going to attempt to use it to cover my procedures that I'm going to have. Those are coming in the beginning of November, the first week of November. I would have put them off, but they're a little bit more necessary than the gum stuff right now. My gums, my teeth, they're doing relatively better than they were before I started going to the dentist again. So they can hold off for a little bit, and that's fine. But definitely this that I'm doing in November, really, I need to get it done so that we could look at results and see if they need to look elsewhere. The worst thing is having to spend the money and nothing comes of it because what they check is fine. So then they have to look elsewhere else. So then you have to spend more money. But then also, do I really want them to find something? Like if they find something and it's easily fixed, that's fine. That's one thing. If they find something and it's going to be a little bit more involved, that's something different. So it's rock in a hard place this time. And like I said, it's not like emergency, but we want to get things fixed before it becomes an emergency. So it is what it is at this point. So I still have $590.09 left. So this is where I'm not sure kind of what to do with this, and maybe talking through will sort of help. I do have this health stuff coming up, which, like I mentioned before, I'm probably going to go into the high yield savings, because even if I put all of this into the shiny teeth category and use it for this procedure that's coming, is more than likely not going to cover it all. So I'm still going to have to dip. Right now I have $700. I could use 300 of this. And get this up to 1,000. That should maybe cover a portion of what I probably will need. And this is me just theorizing that I'm going to need that much. I looked up the cost for these procedures, and it could be upwards of $2,000 to $4,000 depending on your insurance. And my insurance is a high deductible plan, which means you pay everything up front until you reach your deductible, and then the insurance kicks in and they cover 80% of the remaining balance, and then you just pay 20% of that remaining balance. I'm halfway or so to filling up the deductible, so I'll still have to pay a good chunk, which is already over $1,000. And then from there, whatever's remaining would be 20% of that. So I think with that being said, it's probably good that I'm filling this up to 1,000. What I had in my HSA this year has been really depleted. I've gone to urgent care twice, 2 or 3 times this year for a number of things, including when I sliced my finger open. No, I didn't slice it. I took a chunk out of my finger. It's still healing, by the way. This was months and months ago. It's looking so much better. Like it's just a little bit on it that's still pink and it's still tender, and it still hurts so much when I hit it on something. It's nuts how long it really takes to heal. But I mean, I did take a chunk off, sliced it clean off, and just a few other things that have cropped up. And I went to the emergency room. Did I go this year or last year? I don't quite remember, but I had quite a few $1,000, and like I had a good chunk of money in there, and just throughout everything, it's just kind of been depleted. So, and with the first paycheck of next month, I'll probably put a bit more in there as well, just to have a good chunk. For the remaining 300, and I know that this is probably not reasonable. Why am I talking about all these health issues and all of this money that should go into health? And instead, I'm planning on putting some for entertainment purposes, because I'm covered for health. Whatever may come, it's not that I don't have the money on it. That's what the emergency fund is definitely for. And I have extra outside the emergency fund, so I won't be depleting all of that in total. So I want to go ahead and use a bit of extra money that I have to be able to get myself something. I'm not missing this fan con. I'm just not. It's not happening at all. Let's see. Do I want to assign it now and have it ready for next month, or do I want to wait and assign it next month? I guess like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter necessarily. If I'm going to spend it, it's just going to be spent no matter what. So I think the fan con is going to be roughly around $100, because I'm getting both days. And then The additional merch, maybe 150, give or take. So I'm going to replenish this 2134 that came out of here. I'm probably going to have another fee coming up for the second order that I did, but that order is not coming out until end of November, I think beginning of December, so it won't hit until then. But I want to go ahead and at least get it set up so that I don't have to worry so much about it. And then I'm just going to put the rest on timeout for the entertainment stuff. So I think for now, I'll just leave it as is. I'm not sure if it's going to take the whole $300 that's in here. If it doesn't, I can go ahead and take it out and then do something else. This 50 for Stayville, I might move it to somewhere else depending on what I might need or what I might not need. I only have $35 left in groceries for the rest of this month. So if I overspend a little bit, I might take from the Stayville and put it up here. Just because groceries is a little more important and I don't plan on spending anything for Stray Kids as of yet. They might come out with another album towards the end of this year. I'm not sure, but I'll deal with that when it comes to it. It'll be fine. But I think that's everything. Everything is assigned. I was able to put a little bit extra for health stuff, even a little bit for entertainment, and then cover everything else that needs to be covered. So I'm pretty pleased with this, to be honest. Okay. I even have the 100 because I forgot to cancel the streaming services. I'm still watching shows. I know that's an excuse, but I'm having such a fun time with it. It's been so long since I've watched any of these type of shows that I love. And obviously I'm not planning on streaming every single final episode, especially because most of what I'm watching has already come and gone. I mean, I watched one recently that was from 2023 that I just never watched because there's so much stuff. So I think it's okay for right now. I do plan on keeping, I think I've mentioned this already. I plan on keeping one or two of them, maybe interchanging a third one here and there every so often. But I'm still not sure because the 3 that I got, I'm not sure which one to kick off and which one to keep. So I might have a little bit of an idea, but I'm not like 100% there yet. We'll see by next month if I remember to cancel anything. I'll try to go in them after I finish this to look up the dates and everything and put them in some sort of calendar, either my Google Calendar or my planner or somewhere, so that I know that it's coming up and I can go ahead and make sure that I've seen everything I wanted to see from the streaming service and then cancel it. There is one that's kind of limited, so I might cancel that one pretty quickly. I think there was one last show that I wanted to watch in that one, so that might be the one that I get rid of. I think I do know which one to finish up and move on from, at least for right now. This felt a little bit easier than I expected it to feel. I don't know. It's weird. I think from earlier this year, it was a little bit more of a struggle, just trying to get everything situated, get a plan in place, moving a lot of things around, a lot of moving parts. Nothing was really like steady month to month. And now towards the end of this year, where everything is it's more mellow looking at the budget. I haven't necessarily needed to do in between checks because there hasn't been like an intense amount of transactions. Everything's been a little bit more just chill. It's a little weird. I feel a little discombobulated in a way, I guess. Is that the word? I don't even know. But yeah, everything looks good. I don't think there's anything else to do right now. I'm really excited to see what November brings. We have Thanksgiving, if you celebrate that. We celebrate with food. Very rare that we ever say what we're thankful for. It's just not really something that we do. We know that it's a time that we're all going to get together and we're all going to be together no matter where we're at. That's never been anything that we've never done. I've only ever missed one Christmas with the family because I had gotten sick. But Thanksgiving, I don't think, I think most of us are usually here for Thanksgiving. So it's also my birthday that month, which I think is why I'm like gung ho on getting myself some entertainment stuff and just going for it. I think I started my birthday a little too early in October with the other stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not a usual month to month to month thing. So that's all I have. All right. Thank you so much, as always, for watching and listening to my excuses. Because honestly, that's what it is. I'm coming up with reasons and excuses that maybe I shouldn't, but I think it's okay. I have my savings covered. I have my health covered. I have the loan covered, and the bills, and the monthly stuff, which is some of the most important things. As long as I can get all that covered, then I feel good about it. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.